Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about the extraction of different metals. Like we take a particular example of a metal and then we'll do the extraction process, how this whole extraction process is carried out. So let's first discuss about the whole process of in general. For example, we have done this flowchart many times before. So first let's start. Suppose we have an ore extracted from the earth's crust. What we do is to grind and crush, we'll get the powdered ore, but that powdered ore also contains impurities. That impurities are called as gangue. So the removal of the gangue particles is called the concentration. So that means this whole process is which is involved leviation, flotation, magnetic separation, leaching. That is the concentration of the ore. So once this concentration is done, we get the concentrated ore which is free from the impurities. Now this concentrated ore is converted into oxide by the process of calcination and roasting. Then once we get the oxide ore, we have to reduce it to the metal. That can be done by the following methods: melting, reduction with magnesium or aluminium, reduction with H2 water gas, electrolytic reduction or hydrometallurgy. By this process, from the concentrated ore you get the crude metal. This crude metal can be purified by refining method, in which we do liquefaction, poling, electrolytic refining, zone refining and vapor phase refining. So once this is done, you get the pure metal. Now we'll do the particular example of iron. The extraction of, so we'll do the first is the extraction of iron. So iron's ore is hematite, so we have to extract iron from hematite. So what we'll do is, first hematite ore is extracted from the earth's crust, that we powder it, we crush it and you get the powdered ore. Then we do its concentration. The hematite ore is concentrated by electromagnetic separation because it is a magnetic ore. Hematite is a magnetic ore. Once the concentrated ore is obtained, what we do is calcination and roasting. Calcination and roasting, what it is done to remove moisture and impurities, right? Hematite ore is actually an oxide ore. So calcination and roasting is basically done to remove the moisture and the impurities. So once this concentrated ore is obtained, oxide ore is obtained, we do smelting. Smelting means heating to a very large temperature and using some reducing agent. That means a Lingam diagram, right? So 8 parts of the ore are mixed with, what happens is 8 parts of this oxide hematite ore, they are mixed with 4 parts of coke and 1 part of limestone and added to blast furnace, right? Patti de vich, like this. It's the blast, it's a rough diagram of a blast furnace. What do we do is 8 parts of the iron ore, 4 parts of the coke and 1 part of this limestone is added. Why did we add it? We'll come to this. So iron ore is the main ore. Coke is basically the carbon which will act as the reducing agent, right? So limestone, what is limestone is added? See, on heating, see this is limestone. So when you heat this limestone, it is converted into CaO plus carbon dioxide. This CaO will act as a flux. What flux will do? This flux will react with SiO2 impurity, silica impurity, which will combine and form calcium silicate, which is a slag. So this is the purpose of adding limestone. So a limestone, on heating it decomposes to give calcium oxide, which is a flux, right? So limestone is added as a flux and silicon, sulfur and phosphorus are oxidized and passed into slag. The metal is removed and freed from the slag by passing through rollers. This is a very brief description. This is the blast furnace. Blast furnace is divided into different temperature zones. Very high temperature zone, intermediate and low temperature zone. Low temperature zone, intermediate and very high temperature zone, right? And from the above we add these 3 components. Here very high temperature means burning. At the end we get the molten iron. So we'll do this in detail now. So what is this? So in a flow chart, in the form of flow diagram, let's discuss. We have an iron ore. ਉਸ iron ore ਨੂੰ we have concentrated by gravity process followed by electromagnetic separation. The ore which is obtained, the concentrated ore which is obtained, calcination and roasting is done. How calcination and roasting is done? Ore plus air. Heat will get, moisture is removed, CO2 is removed, SO2 is removed, and AS2O3 are removed. Carbonates decompose to oxides, and FeO is oxidized to Fe ferric oxide, Fe2O3. This now ferric oxide is Fe2O3. This ferric oxide is put into the blast furnace where smelting is carried out. Ore 8 parts, coke 4 parts, limestone 1 part. Now these following reaction takes place. For that you need to understand that we divide this into different temperature zones. So this is, first reaction is low temperature zone. Fe2 ਜਿਹੜਾ ferric oxide ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ reducing CO here acts as a reducing agent. CO acts as a reducing agent. It oxidizes Fe2O3 to Fe3O4. Fe3O4 is further oxidized to FeO. FeO is further reduced to Fe. Sorry, I repeat again. CO acts as a reducing agent. Fe2O3 gets reduced to Fe3O4. Fe3O4 gets reduced to FeO, and CO gets oxidized to carbon dioxide. FeO gets reduced to Fe. So this takes place at a low temperature zone. So what point is to be noted, that at low temperature CO acts as a reducing agent. Once we move down to the high temperature zone, Fe2O3 is now reduced by coke, carbon. Earlier at low temperature zone CO was the reducing agent. At high temperature carbon is the reducing agent, right? So it is reduced to Fe and CO. What happens to the other impurities they are present? SiO2 is also reduced to Si. MnO2 is reduced to Mn. P4O10 is reduced to P at high temperature zone, right? This is the reduction zone where all these species, they are reduced by either carbon or carbon monoxide. Now there another zone which is slag formation zone, that I have already done. That calcium carbonate, on heating it decomposes to CaO and CO2. CaO here acts as a flux, right? This flux reacts with impurity SiO2 to form a slag. So slag what? Now what happens is, ਜਿਹੜਾ iron ਪਿਘਲਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ, that is spongy iron that contains carbon, manganese, silicon, etc. And at the end you get the impure iron and the slag melt, that is the fusion zone, right? Now what happens at lower temperature, even lower, ਜਿਹੜਾ coke ਹੈ, in the presence of oxygen that releases carbon dioxide, ਜਿਹੜਾ low temperature zone ਤੇ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, I mean to say here, right? ਇੱਥੇ coke ਗਿਆ ਨਾ, ਇੱਥੇ high temperature ਤੇ it will react 2200 Kelvin high temperature ਤੇ, right? This carbon dioxide can further react to carbon dioxide ऊपर जाऊगा. This carbon dioxide can further react with carbon at 1423 Kelvin to produce another reducing agent, carbon monoxide. Right? This is how the whole process of this production of the iron is carried out from its ore. So I'll give again a brief recapitulation. Iron ore, it's concentrated iron ore है, उसकी concentration की गई है by gravity process or the electromagnetic separation. फिर उसकी calcination ते roasting करके the ore becomes free from the moisture, carbon dioxide and this whole, and the FeO is oxidized to Fe2O3. फिर आ सारा जिहड़ा है, it is added into the blast furnace. Blast furnace is divided into different temperature zones. ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਨੀਚੇ ਵਾਲਾ ਜ਼ੋਨ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਹਾਈ ਟੈਂਪਰੇਚਰ ਵਾਲਾ ਜ਼ੋਨ ਹੈ. ਹਾਈ ਟੈਂਪਰੇਚਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੋਕ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਬਰਨ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਟੂ ਫਾਰਮ ਕਾਰਬਨ ਡਾਈਆਕਸਾਈਡ. ਕਾਰਬਨ ਡਾਈਆਕਸਾਈਡ ਵਿਲ ਰਿਐਕਟ ਵਿਦ ਕਾਰਬਨ, ਮੋਰ ਆਫ ਦ ਕੋਕ ਐਂਡ CO गैस है ऊपर जाएगी at low temperature where Fe2O3, Fe3O4 and FeO will be reduced to different species, At high temperature, Fe2O3 will be reduced by carbon. So the point to note is at higher temperature, carbon will act as the reducing agent, whereas at lower temperature, carbon monoxide will act as the reducing agent. Now along with the iron, which is in the form of molten, this carbon, manganese, silicon are also present. How these are present? जेटा silicon dioxide है, manganese dioxide and P4O10 है, they are reduced also by the carbon to silicon, manganese and phosphorus. Then जेडी impurity है silica, that is removed by flux, so there is the slag formation zone. At the end, from this blast furnace you get the iron in the molten form, which is called as the pig iron. This is the pig iron, right? Now what is this whole concept of the reducing agent? For that we need to look at the Lingam diagram, right? What is that? If you see carbon initially above that means below 107 यानी कि lower temperature ते carbon दी line जेडी सी above है. So that means low temperature ते carbon ता reducing agent act नहीं कर सकता. लोअर टेम्परेचर ते कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड दी लाइन नीचे है. सो जेडी लाइन नीचे है ਉਹ उस पर्टिकुलर ऑक्साइड ਨੂੰ रिड्यूस कर पाओगे. So that means below 1073 Kelvin, CO will act as a reducing agent for FeO, and above 1073 Kelvin, carbon will act as the reducing agent for FeO. So the whole process that is carried out is in accordance with the Lingam diagram. So what is this main reduction step of the process is actually what we have to carry out. अपने कोल कोई iron oxide है, उस नु carbon reduce कर रहा है to Fe and carbon monoxide is formed. This can be split up into two reactions, two half reactions. What are they? Reduction of iron oxide to iron and oxidation of carbon to carbon monoxide. So at the temperature above यानी कि आ वाली side, or the CO line is much below FeO line, so the delta G मतलब आ ज़्यादा नेगेटिव है इहदे नालों. The net delta G of the reaction, that is this is will be negative. So at 1073 Kelvin or above, coke will reduce FeO to Fe and itself get oxidized to Cu. So if you not understood this Lingam diagram, previous videos you can see and get knowledge about this Lingam diagram, सही. So but at the temperatures below 107 यानी कि हुन इधर वाली साइड, इधर वाली लाइन CO लाइन नीचे है FeO लाइन नालों. So the CO2 line is below FeO line. So below 1073 Kelvin, CO reduces the oxides of Fe, that is Fe2O3 and Fe3O4. So this is the whole process of theoretical process of how the iron oxides can be reduced to iron with the help of either carbon or carbon monoxide, right? Again repeat, Lingam diagram ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨੀਚੇ ਵਾਲੀ ਲਾਈਨ, नीचे वाला substance ऊपर वाले oxide ਨੂੰ reduce कर सकता है. This is the whole concept. Now what we have done, we have obtained उस blast furnace तो अपने कोल की आया pig iron. Now let's talk about different types of iron that are into the commercial purpose. First is the pig iron. So the iron obtained from the blast furnace that contains 4% carbon and many impurities like silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, manganese in smaller amount. This is known as pig iron. Then there is cast iron. It contains lesser amount of carbon. Pig iron 4% सी, cast iron 3% है. It is obtained by passing a blast of hot air through the molten mixture containing pig iron, scrap यानी कि रद्दी वाला, and coke in a specially designed furnace. It is hard and brittle. And next is the wrought iron. Wrought iron is the purest form of commercial iron and is prepared from cast iron by oxidizing impurities in a reverberatory furnace lined with hematite. Hematite oxidizes C to CO यानी कि Fe2O3 is hematite. ਜਦੋਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ coke ਪਾਇਆ, it gets Fe2O3 gets reduced to Fe and C gets oxidized to CO. Then we have done steel also. Steel, what is steel? It is the most important and useful form of iron and contains only 0.5 to 1.5% carbon, along with small amounts of other elements like chromium, nickel, manganese, tungsten, etc. By increasing the carbon content in the steel, its ductility increases and its tensile strength also increases. So this is what is pig iron, cast iron. So directly from the blast furnace you get the pig iron. Some modifications to the pig iron, we get the cast iron. Wrought iron is obtained by, it is also obtained from the cast iron by oxidizing the impurities. So you require a reverberatory furnace which is lined with hematite. Then steel is an alloy of iron which contains these different elements and 0.5 to 1.5% carbon. So if you increase the carbon content, the steel becomes more, the ductility decreases and its tensile strength increases. Let's talk about the uses of iron. Cast iron is used for casting stoves, railway sleepers, gutter pipes, toys, etc. Wrought iron is used in making anchors, wires, bolts, chains, and agricultural implements. So these are the different uses of the iron. So with this we have done the extraction of iron starting from the wrought iron, starting from the iron ore, sorry, not wrought iron, starting from the iron ore, that is hematite. Now we'll talk about the next metal, which is the extraction of copper from one of the copper ores, that is copper pyrites. So let's do with the help of an flow diagram. You start with copper pyrites, CuFeS2. It is crushed and sieved, then concentrated by froth flotation process. Why do we need to? Because it is a sulfide ore and we do it with the froth flotation process. Now what is obtained? You have how this froth flotation process is carried out. You have the powdered ore, water, pine oil, air, and you get the sulfide ore. Then the concentrated ore is put into the reverberatory furnace where its roasting is done. Roasting is done in the presence of air. So what happens? Sulfur plus oxygen will give sulfur dioxide. Arsenic plus O3 will give O2 will give the AS2O3. ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜਾ copper pyrite ਹੈ CuFeS2, on oxidation it forms Cu2S, Fes and SO2. Now this whole Cu2S and Fes is put into the reducing agent and silica is added. Silica, SiO2 and coke along with the roasted ore is added into the blast furnace where smelting is carried out. Now ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆ FeS ਹੈ ਇਹਦੀ oxidation ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ to form FeO and SO2. FeS is actually the impurity. ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਸਿਰਫ ਕਾਪਰ ਸਲਫਾਈਡ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਨਾ, FeS ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਐਜ਼ ਇੰਪਿਓਰਿਟੀ ਮਿਲ ਰਿਹਾ. ਉਹ FeS is first oxidized to FeO. FeO then combines with this silica flux to form the slag. Now from that we get matte. ठीक है, ਉਸ ਮਤਲਬ ਆ ਪੂਰਾ ਸਮੈਲਟਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਾਪਰ ਮੈਟ ਹੈ, ਕਾਪਰ ਮੈਟ ਇਜ਼ ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਅ ਮਿਕਸਚਰ ਆਫ Cu2S and Fes. So what is done? This is done in a Bessemer converter. Bessemerization is carried out. What is done again? This process is done, right? This is just for the slag purpose, right? What happens is when this smelting roasted ore ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿਲਿਕਾ ਤੇ ਕੋਕ ਪਾਇਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ. You come with roasted ore, this copper matte, Cu2S and Fes is copper matte. Both of this combination is called as copper matte, right? ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿਲਿਕਾ ਪਾਇਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਬੈਸੀਮਰ ਕਨਵਰਟਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਇਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ for carrying out bessemerization. Bessemerization ਕੀ ਹੈ? Fes ਦੀ oxidation ਹੋ ਕੇ FeO ਬਣ ਗਿਆ. FeO ਸਿਲਿਕਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਰਿਐਕਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਲੈਗ ਬਣਾ ਰਿਹਾ. ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਰਿਮੂਵਡ. ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਾਪਰ ਸਲਫਾਈਡ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੀ ਆਕਸੀਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਕੇ Cu2O ਬਣੂਗਾ. Cu2O ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬਣਿਆ ਉਹ ਬਚਦੇ ਹੋਏ Cu2S ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਟੋ ਰਿਡਕਸ਼ਨ ਕੈਰੀ ਆਊਟ ਕਰੂਗਾ ਐਂਡ ਵੀਲ ਗੈਟ ਕਾਪਰ ਮੈਟਲ That copper obtained is called as the blister copper. Blister copper is what? It contains 98% copper and 2% impurities. Now let's talk about what is blister copper. Before that, I'll just again recapitulate. Copper pyrites crushed and sieved. Concentration ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ by froth flotation process. ਜਿਹੜਾ concentrated ore ਹੈ ਉਹਦੀ roasting ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ. roasting ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ copper matte ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੈ Cu2s and FeS. ਇਹ Cu2s ਤੇ FeS ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਿਲਿਕਾ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਤੇ Bessemer converter ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ following reactions are carried out. FeS is oxidized to FeO. FeO is combines with SiO2 to form slag. Cu2s ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਉਹਦੀ ਆਕਸੀਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੋ ਕੇ Cu2O ਬਣਦਾ ਹੈ. Cu2 ਬਚਦੇ ਹੋਏ Cu2s ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਟੋ ਰਿਡਕਸ਼ਨ ਸ਼ੋ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ ਟੂ ਫਾਰਮ ਕਾਪਰ. ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਾਪਰ obtained ਹੈ that is called as the blister copper. now blister ਮਤਲਬ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੈ ਬਲਿਸਟਰ ਮਤਲਬ ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਲੇਮੈਨ ਨੂੰ ਯਾਨੀ ਕਿ ਛਾਲੇ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਜਾਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਟਰੂਡਿੰਗ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਣੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਛਾਲੇ type, right? blister copper, that means, right? so what is this blister copper? After Bessemerization, when copper metal cools, dissolved SO2 escape. ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹ ਠੰਡਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਜਿਹੜੀ SO2 gas ਹੈ that will leave some of the gas bubbles are still entrapped during the solidification, giving blister like appearance to the metal. ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਮੈਟਲ ਹੈ ਉੱਪਰ ਇਹਦੇ ਬਲਿਸਟਰਸ ਬਣੇ ਹੋਏ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਹੁਣ ਉਸ ਬਲਿਸਟਰ ਕਾਪਰ ਤੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਪਿਓਰ ਕਾਪਰ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਵਾਂਗੇ? ਬਾਈ ਰਿਫਾਈਨਿੰਗ. ਉਹ ਰਿਫਾਈਨਿੰਗ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ? ਬਾਈ ਇਲੈਕਟ੍ਰੋਲਿਟਿਕ ਰਿਫਾਈਨਿੰਗ. ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਪਿਓਰ ਕਾਪਰ ਪਲੇਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਐਨੋਡ ਬਣਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ, ਪਿਓਰ ਕਾਪਰ ਪਲੇਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਕੈਥੋਡ. ਇਲੈਕਟ੍ਰੋਲਾਈਟ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ ਕਾਪਰ ਸਲਫੇਟ ਸੋਲਿਊਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਐਂਡ ਦਸ ਕਾਪਰ ਇਜ਼ ਡਿਪੋਜ਼ਿਟ ਐਟ ਦੀ ਕੈਥੋਡ. ਉਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਐਨੋਡ ਮੱਡ ਵਾਲਾ. ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਮੋਰ ਬੇਸਿਕ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇੰਪਿਓਰਿਟੀਜ਼ ਹੈ ਦੇ ਵਿਲ ਰਿਮੇਨ ਇਨ ਦਾ ਸੋਲਿਊਸ਼ਨ, ਲੈਸ ਬੇਸਿਕ ਦੇ ਵਿਲ ਬੀ accumulated down under the anode, right? and you get the pure copper. फिर अपने कोल हैगा extraction of zinc from zinc oxide. The reduction of zinc oxide is also done using coke, but the temperature in this case is higher than that of copper because ਉਹਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ zinc oxide ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹਦੀ ਕੋਕ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਹਾਇਰ ਟੈਂਪਰੇਚਰ 'ਤੇ ਨੀਚੇ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ. ਇਫ ਯੂ ਸੀ ਦਾ ਲਿੰਗਮ ਡਾਇਗਰਾਮ ਵੈਰੀ ਕੇਅਰਫੁਲੀ, ਇਹ ਲਿੰਗਮ ਡਾਇਗਰਾਮ ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਜੇ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹੋ ਦੈਨ ਯੂ ਵਿਲ ਅੰਡਰਸਟੈਂਡ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕੋਕ ਦੀ ਲਾਈਨ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਹਾਇਰ ਟੈਂਪਰੇਚਰ 'ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਜ਼ਿੰਕ ਦੇ ਨੀਚੇ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ. ਫਿਰ ਕੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ? ਫॉर द purpose of heating, the oxide is made into briquettes with coke and clay, and the following reaction takes place. Coke is basically carbon is zinc oxide ਨੂੰ reduce ਕਰ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ to form zinc and carbon monoxide. The metal is distilled off and collected by rapid chilling. This is how you can carry out the extraction of zinc. For if you see the lingam, if I again show the lingam diagram, how this whole, so if you see, so this is zinc oxide line, right? And this is coke line, right? So higher temperature te jaake ये line CO नीचे जा रही है जिंक तो. सो हायर ਟੈਂਪਰੇਚਰ ਕਾਪਰ ਦੀ ਤਾਂ ਕਾਫੀ ਉੱਪਰ ਹੈ. ਸੋ ਦੈਟ ਮੀਨਸ ਕਾਪਰ ਆਕਸਾਈਡ ਨੂੰ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਈਵਨ ਐਟ ਲੋਅਰ ਟੈਂਪਰੇਚਰ ਕਾਰਬਨ ਕਾਪਰ ਆਕਸਾਈਡ ਨੂੰ ਰਿਡਿਊਸ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ, ਬਟ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜ਼ਿੰਕ ਆਕਸਾਈਡ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸਿਰਫ ਕਾਰਬਨ ਹਾਇਰ ਟੈਂਪਰੇਚਰ 'ਤੇ ਰਿਡਿਊਸ ਕਰ ਪਾਊਗਾ. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ. So this was the whole process of the obtaining iron from ore, copper from ore and zinc from ore. So in the next video we'll talk about the extraction of aluminium from the ore. I hope these three extractions are clear to you.